And my baby's getting some new clothes. I'm sticking them on it today, so I'm going to sort of do a backwards and then forwards video of how I do it. It's an R6 2005 Yamaha R6. So the fairing at the moment is in a bit of a bad way, as you can see. It's there. This scrape, that wasn't me, and that foot peg was me. I dropped it at 0 miles an hour. But you can see there are little bits here and there on it that are not quite so good. So the bolt's missing as well on it, as you can see. So I intend to replace it. I did this yesterday. I swapped this over yesterday, and yeah, see, was it shiny? No, it's going to be a matte. That was very easy. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7 bolts or something like that. And then you've got these little things under here which you take out with a screwdriver. You just pop those out and then pop them back in again. I've got the rear mudguard, but can I be arsed changing that? No, I can't. So I'll probably flog that. Alright, here we go. First of all, I'm going to do these bolts here on the windscreen. These are plastic and they come out with very little effort at all, so the Phillips fit in. I think the bolt, the thread must be in there because there's nothing on the end of it. Okay, that's those removed now. I'm pretty sure all it's a case of now is just giving this a bit of a wiggle here and there. Yeah. There we go, and that's off. So it's just a wiggle and off it comes, and that's dead easy. What I also like to do is I like to put the things in, the bolts and things in a place that I know I'll be able to find them again. Right, so this looks like it's where it's got the thread inside here. So hopefully that'll be on the same as the new ones I've got. Right, what I'm going to do next is whip these off, the mirrors. So you can see that, so I think that's a 10mm bolt there. So yeah, they're next. Yeah, that's pretty easy. 10mm bolt comes off dead simply. And of course, so that you don't lose the nuts or anything like that, I always attach them so they don't fall away. Now what I'm going to do is these here attaching this bit. Now I think there's something in here as well, and so I'm going to have to sort of, yeah, there's something on the bottom here. I think that's one of those little screwy ones out because I can feel it. So I'll have to pop that off. And then yeah, we'll see what's going on around here. Is that a grill cover, radio cover or something? Fly catcher? Yeah, I'll see what that is as well once I've got this bit off. What you also find between here is a sort of a rubber spacer. So yeah, keep watching that as well, don't leave that. Now what you might get as well, you can see here that this one bolt here is bigger than the rest, and it went in here at the so just over the whatever these are called, this thing here. So it goes just over there, and there's also another one. I think it's because it's a 2005. That's got a different sort of different face on it. So I'm gonna have to use one of those other tools to get that off. But everything else, I think, is you kind of expect this sort of thing on such an old bike. You know, bits and pieces going in here and there, and swapped and stuff. So yeah, I'll just do that in a sec. I've just noticed also just here. There are a couple of those plastic bits that I told you about with the usually, and there's something else here as well. Glasses on to see that. Oh yeah, it looks like it's a hexy screw over there. If I look at the opposite side, it looks like a hexy screw. So quite well. Maybe I'll have to whip this part off as well before I take. Yeah, there wasn't a hex screw at all, it was just a pop-off thing, so I've got replacements of those, so I just broke that off. And you can see once this comes off relatively easy. They are just pop-ons down there, you can see that there. So when you get to this bit here, that's also another poppy kind of thing, you just sort of yank that out, and there you go. So that's the first part of it. I'm going to have to change the indicators as well. And there's a nice little surprise in there for you. So that looks again like it's maybe an 8 or a 10mm bolt to pull the indicator off. Otherwise you can detach it there. But it's got to come off anyway because you've got to put the indicator on the new panel. So let's get that off. Getting this little thing out here is proving to be quite a pain in the arse. But it's rubber, so I've just got to squash it out there and sort of force it through the other side. So that's the next thing. Well, it really was a case of forcing that through. So now that's done, the indicator can come out and we're ready to carry on. It's it's probably also important to remember where things go. So that bit fit in there, so I'll make sure that the replacement part goes in there as well. So I'm going to keep these together. You can see where this old one has been fixed. It's been fiberglassed, so that's the reason it was ill fitting. So the new one should be better. Right, this part next, I think same size Allen screws here, or hexi screws, or whatever they're called, and then the bottom part. This one also is a lot longer than the first one in there that I took out, and you can see here as well battle scars from where it's previously been dropped, I would presume. I don't mind that too much. I'm okay with a few battle scars here and there. That's okay. Next up was this part down here. That doesn't come off with this part, that clips over there. So yeah, so the rest of this should start coming off relatively easy now. Now where's that? Right, okay, so that part is attached to here, so I'll buzz that off next, and I think we should be good to go from this side then. Another tip here is I'll put these back where they go with the fairing, because I don't want to get mixed up with anything, so it might be a good idea to do that. I can just whip them out and put them back once I start replacing the rest of it. And we've got another one under here as well, so I'm pretty sure that's round about it then, and it's just the back end of it under the exhaust here. That's just to sort of clip together, so I think we just have to pull that apart and then we'll be good. As it turned out, that was it's a little crosshead Phillips. Just didn't take too much trouble to get out. You're probably better off using a stumpy screwdriver there. And then I think what we've got some bits and pieces here that will just unclip from the other side as well. Once I've got the other side off, I can see. Yeah, I think that's just popped on there, so we can just pull that off. As it turns out, that is one of those little plastic things that goes on there. So it's yeah, you know, yeah, not a screw, but you know, one of these. It's got this kind of thing on it. But again, I got replacement on those, so that's fine. I don't mind chucking one of those away. As I mentioned, I think this is it's one of those, so you sort of slide it into place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the other side off and sort of drag it from underneath and make sure that when I put it on, I don't scrape the new one getting it on there. So yeah, I want to make sure I do it properly. So I'll take all this off and then I'll fix that afterwards. This side was pretty much the same as the other side, apart from this. The bolt snapped off on the other one. I don't know if you remember. This is it's all kind of dropped off relatively easily. Maybe I'll just leave that as it is. Yeah, well, I'll leave that as it is. It's not fair, and it's part of the bike. Indicator will come off the same way. What's going on here? Yeah, it's just a pop off there. And down here there's another popper as well. So I don't know if you can see that. That's going to pop off the other side there. There we go. Another one there. Down the bottom. Just pop that off. There we go. So it's just the indicator that we need to pull off now, which again is relatively easy. And then we'll have a bash at the front of the fairing, the windshield here. It would probably be nice as well if I told you this is an 8mm bolt in here. So I'll just throw a spanner in there. An open-end spanner will fit down there. You don't need a socket on there. If you got a socket, fine. Mine's upstairs, so I haven't got it. But yeah, that's all it is to remove the indicator. Then you have to push this plastic thing through. You do have to kind of force it, but it does go through with a bit of effort. Alrighty, now we've got that off, we can see here that it is just one of those sort of clip-on sliding bits here. So yeah, all I need to do is push these things backward and they'll come off. Now I haven't got a stand for the camera, so I'm just going to buzz that off and then I'll let you know if it works or not. I'm pretty sure it will though. Yeah, it really is as simple as just stick it on and sliding back. There's no problem at all getting that off. Now these little grommets, I don't know if the new stuff has come. Now I've left that on there, but I'm going to attach that to the other one before I put it on. I don't know if these grommets are going to come, so I may have to take those out, but we'll see. I mean, you know, they're relatively easy. If you push the middle out and then just squash that out there, they come out. Come on, you twat. They do come out relatively easily. I'm doing this one-handed, so there you go. Simple as that. Yeah, so you can save those and stick them on the replacement. This is definitely going to be a bit of trouble. You can see that's snapped off already, so I think that must have happened before I bought the bike. But there are a number of screws and bolts in here that I'll have a bash at this one, and no, probably not that one. But yeah, think it's just a case of trial and error. There's another one underneath there. I don't know if you can see that. Finding a way, ding, 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 ding in there. So yeah, trial and error, and let's see what we can do with this. I don't think the headlights have to come off. I'm not sure. Hopefully they won't, because no, they feels quite loose around there. So yeah, let's see what happens. This thing was stuck on as well, and so you can see the down here. It's a simple case of just popping that off. It's dead easy. Off it comes. I'm going to start with the obvious bits. So this one here, I think there's also a couple in the front air intake here. So I'll start with those and continue. Right, the screw down there is really difficult to get at, and I think it's because the airbox is definitely in the way, and I can't see any other way of getting to it. Now, you know, I don't know if you've got one of those bendy screwdrivers, but I haven't got one of those. So I think I may have to, and that's happening, but the stubby won't fit in there either. So I'll try with the stubby and see if that works. I'm attacking this part with the flat-ended screwdriver. It's working, but I think this part of the design must have gone to the fucking idiot section, because it's I could have designed this better. It's ridiculous. There we go, problem solved. I just bent the screwdriver around, and now I just stick it in there. You probably can't see it, and tighten it up. It's going quite well. So yeah, very pleased about that. Do it yourself. Taking these little bastards out is a pain in the arse. I've got it. The only trouble is when I come to put the thing back on again, getting it really tight. So it's very apart from these two little shitty bolts, which go here and here, it's relatively simple. So now we can start with getting it back together again. Let's just take a few snaps of it while it's naked. Okay, before you put the new side fairing on, all right, make sure that the indicators are back on as well. Now this is a bit of a bastard to get through. So what I did, I pulled some of it through, stuck tape and hose pliers through there, yanked it, and then I got my my bendy screwdriver and sort of hooked that down and pulled it up. But it can be a bit of a twat to get up, so be careful with that one. I guess we're getting close to it now. So that's the left hand side of it. That's done. Okay, and getting the bits on is just a process of reversal. So yeah, have a look. Start at number whatever it is, and then go backwards. So yeah, it wasn't too difficult. I mean, you know, some of it's a pain in the arse. Trying to get the bottom bit sort of together and then hooked up was a bit of a ball ache, but you know, the rest of it was relatively easy. The kit that I've got, it's not brilliantly fitted, you know. There's a bit of gap. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember what it was like on the original now, but possibly wasn't that gap there, you know. So I don't know. It might, yeah. But yeah, I'm relatively pleased with the outcome. I think it looks pretty smart. It could do with a wash for sure, but yeah, I'm chuffed with it. And it was less than 500 quid as well, so that's not too bad at all, is it? What I didn't say was I didn't change the mudguard at the back or the mudguard at the front. There's nothing wrong with them. They're both fine. You know, it's just a case of washing it. And to be honest with you, it's too much of a pain in the arse to change. You know, if I don't need to, then I can't be bothered. But I think it looks quite nice in the matte. Yeah, what do you reckon? I think it looks pretty spiffing, to be honest with you, pretty spiffing. Oh, and also there's an old mate of mine that said, it's my older brother's actually. He said if there aren't bits left over when you're finished, then you're doing something wrong. I can't figure out where these are supposed to go. They didn't come off either, so I didn't get the same things coming off. So yeah, they can probably just go in the bin. All right, okay, enjoy, ciao. Click it, like it, subscribe, do whatever. Get it!